Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. What a mistake of a mecca. Last weekend, got my captions wrong, didn't I? And as the thumbnail says, massive schoolboy error. Went online the night before, like I've said in the past on my previous videos, got the text file sorted. I've already done Preston this season, so just needed to download Hull and compile that onto my text file. Went onto the referee appointments on the EFL page, saw what referees it was, fourth officials, assistant referees, added them to my text file, saved it into Photo Mechanic, job done. Now what I tend to do when I get to the ground on a morning, I'll always quickly type the referee's name into Google and just get a mental memory of what he looks like. Did that at the ground at Hull. Oh, it's Hull versus Preston, by the way. Like, nice local game for me. And yeah, oh dear. Anyway, without further ado, I'll show you what I did wrong. Right, so yeah, like I was saying, I checked out what the referee looked like. That was that. Sort of remember what he looked like roughly. Went outside, did the GVs. We'll have a quick look. So let's just go through. So GVs of the ground, usual sort of set. Incidentally, that's the image that I want to get with players. Just so it's an image for the brief, obviously, for the EFL and the Sky Bet brief. Get a bit of play in front of this banner here, in front of this mat, if you like, that's always next to each side of the goal. But yeah, thought I'd cheat a bit, and I was at the ground nice and early, so I got the lads putting it out, waited for him to pull that up, and it just emphasises Sky Bet a bit. But anyway, yeah, so I'm rambling on. But yeah, general sort of stuff round the ground, just trying to get a few bits. And I really like the shape of Hull's ground. It's quite nice, so quite symmetrical. So yeah, got that. Got this chap arriving at the ground, had a good chat with him afterwards. If I photograph anyone, like these guys as well, I always reckon to just nip and see him after and say, just doing this just to start my set off. Explain that they can see them online if they want to. Job's a good one. Wish them a good game and on we go. But yeah, so got these two as well. A couple of Preston fans arriving. That was quite nice. And yeah, got the the mascots, Rory and Amber. And then, yeah, the team, Preston arriving, and then warm up. Anyway, talking of warm up, here we go. Yeah, got the referee's name wrong, didn't I? Well, I didn't get it wrong. I downloaded it correct, Lewis Smith. But at the last moment, and I didn't notice it, they changed referees. And it was actually Martin Woods that refereed the game. And what did I through? Well, when I was photographing the three of them warming up, because I always like to get one or two of them warming up if I can. As a rule, as I'm sure you know, the referee's always warming up in the middle of them. So it'll be referee in the middle when they're warming up and down the pitch. And then the two assistant referees either side of him. And I photographed what I thought in the middle, the man in the middle, the referee, and I thought, I don't look like Lewis Smith from earlier on. I thought, nah, must be me. Didn't think anything else of it, carried on photographing warm-up, captioned him as Lewis Smith all the way through the game, got back in the press room at full time, just typed in on BBC and was just reading a few other reports, just doing a bit of research, see if there was any stories that came out of the ground, out of the game afterwards. And I read, replacement referee Martin Woods shows, can't think who it was, a yellow card. And I thought, oh no, the whole game I've named him the wrong man. So I quickly got all the images up, and this is the image of him in warm-up. And then, yeah, luckily I didn't send too many. I mean, there's one of them here cautioning one of the players. I had to, obviously, and there's a yellow card here, look. So I had to rename these. I just renamed them and sent them off, you know, and then another yellow card here. And then just some generic stock imagery of Martin Woods, not Lewis Smith. And, oh, what an idiot. But anyway, I just didn't realise. I was doing warm up, and then you know you get in a role, and you're doing warm up, and you're getting ready to go and do the manager's handshake. You're getting ready for kick off, and at no point did I go back online to see that there was a change in the names. And anyway, I was just so pleased that I read the report at full time, and saw that it changed. So yeah, what a mistake to make! What a schoolboy error. But yeah, so I think the lesson in this video is, always double check that the referee hasn't changed last minute. And I should have acted on my hunch when I was doing the warm-up, thinking, well, that doesn't look like Lewis Smith, who I looked at earlier. But the warm-up was going on, and I thought, oh, it must be me. They must have swapped positions or something, and I've got it wrong. But yeah, I should have realised and had a look. So yeah, always double check that the referee hasn't changed. Something that I've not come across before in I don't know, the 10 years that I've been photographing football, a referee change. But yeah, so I suppose it is a schoolboy error, but at the same time, a little bit out of my control. But I should have just acted on my hunch when I was doing the warm-up. So yeah, lesson learned. If it doesn't look like the chap that you looked at 2 hours ago back in the press room, just have a look and look into it a bit. But yeah, so apart from that, I had a great game actually, because I went Preston attack first half because they're higher up in the league than Hull, and Hull were all over them. So I decided to stay where I was second half, and we'll just quickly go through the set here, see if there's anything that jogs me memory. But oh yeah, the Hull captain was wearing a mask, so I just thought I'd emphasise that a bit just during warm-up. I see him putting that on, so I made sure I got a few shots of him. And obviously it was Halloween, so some of the kids had a bit of face paint on, so I just thought I'd get one of them. And there was a couple of folk, where are they? A couple of folk fans in the stands wearing Halloween costume, you know, these hats and that. So I just thought I'd grab that just so that I've got something of the Halloween. You know, so, and then, yeah, not seen Liam Rossini before, so he was quite animated on the touchline, so I got plenty of him, and plenty of action. And, oh, like I've said in last week's Grimsby video, when I was shooting at 2.8 on the 70-200, as you can see here, look, I'm at f5. Just means that you can get a little bit more depth, and as you can see, obviously he's my subject, but he's pretty sharp as well. And like I was forced to go to 2.8 at Grimsby under the lights, he would have been a lot softer. So yeah, as a rule, I'd sacrifice a bit of depth and make sure that I get at least two players sort of sharp, you know. So yeah, so hopefully that explained that one. Another one of the captain. Is it Lewis Croyle? Is that his name? Let's have a look. Yeah, Lewis Coyle, Hull's captain. So yeah, just and you never know if he makes a poor header or something, and he blames the mask, so I just thought I'd get one or two of him. And a bit of dejection from one of the Preston players, Mr. Sitter. I think it was a good save, actually. He skied that over the bar. I did put that on Facebook earlier in the week. I wish he'd scored that, because it was quite, although it's players' backs, there's a nice bit of action there, but no, he skied that, unfortunately. The old pano, try and get one pano from each game. This one does work, not like the one that I highlighted at the Grimsby game that didn't work, where the players were sort of stepping away from each other and there was no flow. He was flying. What was this lad's name? Let's have a look. Liam Miller. He was flying up and down the wing, so I thought I'll get a pan of him. So yeah, so that worked out all right. And a couple of fouls. Yeah, that's a bad foul there, and he got a yellow card for it, and then he was subbed. But what's his name? He zims about a bit as well. Dwayne Holmes for Preston. Yeah, he brought him down. I think this lad was clear on goal and got fouled, and yeah, yellow card, and then 5 minutes later he was brought off. But another one of the captain there. Hull were all over Preston second half. He had a good shot, but it was blocked, and I think the ball ended up at my feet for this one. I just tapped it back, but and then, oh, these have come out wrong, look. Yeah, and then here's the goal from is it Jaden? I can't remember his surname. Philogene Bidach, Jaden. We'll call him Jaden. Yeah, nice goal. He'd gone round the goalkeeper in the first half and just didn't dink it away just before half time. So yeah, he got a bit of stick for that. So he came out second half and made up for it. And yeah, all on the 70-200 and got the ball going in nicely. And then, as you can see here, he ran into the crowd, got a silly yellow card, but he celebrated with the fans anyway. And me and the Hull photographer was sat at the other side of the goal, obviously, and he ran the other way. He didn't run towards the Hull photographer, but which he was a bit disappointed about. But we both zimmed it to the other side of the goal with a 400 and got something, not a lot, but did get something. And is it Delap? I think that's Delap pointing at him. Yeah, Liam Delap pointing at him. That made quite a nice shot. But and interestingly enough, got to say thanks to Dave Greaves, who's got an eagle eye out on the local papers. And I shot that one, and I thought, don't know why I'm really bothering, it's not going to go anywhere. it ended up on the back page of the Hull Daily Mail on Monday, and thanks to Dave Greaves for sending me the clip. And yeah, I missed out on that one, and then I think he was subbed not long after that, and yeah, that image there, as you can see here, appeared in it as well. And then today, I think one of the celebrations has appeared in the papers that Dave sent me. So yeah, thanks Dave. I think it could be that one actually appeared in today's paper, so in today's Hull Daily Mail. So yeah, you just never know where they're going to end up, and I don't really think to check the local rags. So yeah, always a good idea to check your local papers. You just never know. You never know where they're going to appear. So yeah, thanks to Dave for sending me the clips, and yeah, so that was the goal and celebration, and then just nice generic one of the EFL ball, although it's a bit skew-if, and the patch, nice to get that. That's one of my brief images. I'll have to do a video on my brief images, the list that I've got. It is quite interesting. It does keep you really busy. But and then here's Martin Woods, the correct referee. Flipping out, won't get caught out like that again. I know that. And yeah, a few more action, and then full time. And I say always keep an eye on the managers at full time, especially with Preston losing. They weren't back to lose, I don't think. But yeah, 1-0 to Hull full time, and he's having a bit of a set to with, or a bit of a chat with their manager. What's his name? Ryan Lowe. Yeah, they were having a bit of a chat, and as you can see, there's Liam Messina in the background. And I always try and keep an eye on what I think could be the story, and I see these two having a bit of a serious conversation as they left the pitch, so I thought I'd send that off. And then yeah, Liam Messina went round the whole ground applauding. And oh yeah, I noticed this girl, bless her, just before full time behind me, and I thought, I wonder if he'll bring his shirt over. Anyway, he did bring his shirt over, because there you can see he's walking off, waving. Unfortunately, between that and that, I got blocked by a load of stewards. And I was trying to get him handing over his shirt, but it never happened. I got blocked. But yeah, so I got him waving as he walked off, the captain. But yeah, and that just finished the set off nicely. So anyway, lesson out of this video, check and double check the officials, because you just never know if they're going to change. But it won't catch me out again. But I think in future I'll screen grab the Google search on my phone, and then if I do think I don't look like the referee that I looked at 2 hours ago, I'll have a quick check on my phone. But yeah, bit of great news. Nearly forgot to mention, I'm getting an R3. The insurance has finally come back to me yesterday, actually. So I'm getting an R3 and an RF 400. Bless it, the 1DX is still stuck on the 400, my old one. So yeah, so that's a bit of good news. I'm excited, but a bit apprehensive as well about going mirrorless. But it's going to be a bit different looking through that through the viewfinder at an electronic viewfinder, but be great for exposures, I'm sure. But yeah, so, and also I'll try and make quite a few videos on the R3 and sort of keep a bit of a diary going as how I'm getting on and getting to grips with it. So yeah, that should be here next week hopefully. But I'm at Huddersfield tomorrow, Huddersfield versus Watford. I think the R3 and the 400 are coming next week at some point, and then next week I'm at Sheffield Wednesday versus Millwall. So probably, hopefully, be the debut of the R3. But yeah, going mirrorless. But yeah, I was chuffed to bits when I heard back from the insurance. It took so long because the girl that was dealing with it was off last week. So and she didn't want to hand it over to someone else because she knew what the claim was all about. But anyway, yeah. New kit on its way, and be some videos on that hopefully. But if you've got any R3 tips, I'd love to hear from them, hear on them, and let me know. Give me a bit of a warning about what I'm to expect. Obviously, I've used the R5 a little bit, but I've not done mirrorless for sport. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a learning curve, but look forward to the challenge. But anyway, if you've got a game tomorrow, I hope you have a good one, and don't forget to post your set or post your favourite image on the photography chat page on Facebook, and we'll all have a good chat about this weekend sets on Monday and Tuesday. And yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Thanks for watching. If you can remember to give the video a like, really does help push the video and helps the channel out in general, and I'd much appreciate it, and I appreciate all your support. And yeah, brilliant. Have a great weekend, guys. Catch up next week. Take care.